Peace family, Conjure Queen here, and in this segment we are going to be discussing the new dawn, the children of the sun. So as we are entering this new paradigm shift, this great awakening, many of the children that are coming into this world are our ancestors and are the old ones. We have to realize that there is an intentional attack on the youth, on the children, on the babies right now, because they bring seeds of wisdom. They bring the new change, the true rebels, the ones who usher in the new dawn, the new age. One thing that I want everybody to be aware of is that we have a responsibility to teach the youth, to protect them, and to provide for them at this time. There is no coincidence that we are all in this social distancing, quarantine time right now. Instead of giving your children an iPad or putting them in front of a TV to distract them, how about sitting down in nature, letting them get some sunlight, teaching them about nature and trees and the elements and chakras, energy, crystals, teaching them about ancestors. Why? Because the earlier that you teach them, the better that it'll be for them. How many of us wish that we would have had all of this information given to us way ahead in the game? Take advantage of this time with the youth, with your children. If you have no children of your own, then spend time with neighbors' children. Spend time with cousins or nephews or nieces. Because what you're going to notice is that there are a lot of pedophiles, a lot of energy vampires, okay? A lot of people who are just, how can I say this? Vultures. There's more kidnappings that's happening right now with children. There's more missing children than ever right now. You have to realize that the children that's coming into this world is not like they used to be. Every new generation ushers in an upgrade, a change to this system. The children are the true threat. The fact of the matter is, there's a lot of us teachers who are so focused on trying to beat the knowledge into a grown person's head, where we're really supposed to be focusing on the children. This information is for the babies. For those people who still didn't get it yet, I hate to say this, but they're probably not going to get it. And that's okay. They might have to come back and return to do this lesson all over again. But that's not our business. That's something that they have to deal with. That's their personal journey. Some of us are going to be elders. Some of us are the ascended masters returned. We come to plant the seeds, to nurture the youth, so that way they can carry on the torch, as our ancestors have passed the torch on to us. We do have a responsibility for the youth. So instead of us saying, well, the youth is lost and they're not how they used to be back in our day, we have to take some type of responsibility for that. It takes a village to raise a child, no? When did we lose that philosophy? We need to get back to those old ways. We need to start making ourselves more involved in the community of the youth. They need guidance right now. The younger that you can teach them, the better. Their mind is like clay. It's like dough. The younger they are, the more malleable, more flexible, more absorbable that it is. The older that they get, the more harder, more concrete, more stiff it becomes. This is why it's harder to teach new tricks to an old dog. Isn't that the old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks or something like that? Right? Because that old dog or that person who's stuck in their ways, they've been living a certain way most of their life, especially if they're older than you. A lot of older people feel like they can't learn anything from the youth, which I think is, not necessarily true. A lot of these young babies can teach us many things, but you have to humble yourself to receive the message. A lot of your children are your teachers. The babies are the ancestors returned. So instead of trying to argue with somebody online and prove a point to them, stop boosting up your ego. When you're arguing with somebody, when you're trying to prove your point, all that is your ego trying to inflate itself, show itself, flex itself. Look how much I know. I know more than you. You know why I know more than you? Here's the resources I have. Let's stop doing that. Debating and arguing gets us nowhere. Instead of you wasting your breath trying to teach somebody or influence somebody to come your way who's already fixated on their own ideologies, don't mind them. Never you mind. Pay attention to the children, the youth, the children of the sun, because they are the ones that need this teaching right now. If you want to do YouTube videos, if you want to do blogs, if you want to do podcasts, if you want to put this information out, put out that book, put out that music that's going to influence and uplift the masses, then make sure that you're dedicating that message to the youth right now. Because they're the ones who need it the most. They need that nurturing right now the most. Tend to your children. Tend to the youth. Stop wasting time on people who are not trying to learn. Forget them. Let them figure it out. We can't try to convince and save everybody. Focus on what's important right now. Time is of essence. But that's what I have to say about that. Now, one thing that I do want to give you guys, if you an old Native American trick that we do, the Cherokees, what we do is when we wanted to protect the babies because they say that children are more susceptible to spiritual attack, you feel me, from entities on the invisible realm. What you can do is get some calamus, right? And wrap it up in a medicine bag. And you keep that calamus either in the baby's room, tie it, like make it into a necklace and tie it around the baby's neck. You get me? To protect them spiritually from any type of harm that may come their way. Even putting it in their book bags, tying it into a necklace or a bracelet. Be creative with it. But check out calamus. You can use the root. Look into it. It's a very protective herb. Crystals work too. But anyway, I hope that this message has helped somebody or touched somebody's heart or changed your mind in some way. Not only to change your mind to come to my way of thinking, because I don't want you guys to just follow whatever I say. I want you to think for yourself. I want you to meditate on these videos. If it resonates, great. If don't, then that's cool. You know what you need to do. It's time to get to work. Children of the sun, our time has begun. Ashe. Until next time, Conjure Queen signing out. Peace.